And now, 3 rounds of Fade the Noise, bold takes, sharp bets, and guaranteed heat. Introducing first, the hosts, Joe and Eric.
Hey everybody, happy Friday, welcome back. This is Fade the Noise. We're on episode 35 today, and we've got a full house. I've got my co-host Joe, CEO of Moneyline Hacks, who sponsors the show. Hey Joe. And
what's good?
We got Angel and Aaron with us today, and we're going to talk some NFL.
Yo.
I hope everyone enjoyed the games last weekend, made some money. I personally got a little screwed on the totals there, so I was a little salty, but I'm pretty happy with the way everything else worked out, and I was able to make up a good amount of it on Sunday night and Monday night. So, you know, breaking even, that's a win in my book, but everyone else should strive for better. So today we're going to talk just NFL again. Next week, we're going to welcome back UFC. We're going to talk about that upcoming card. Joe, I don't think I talked to you about it yet, but the Harrison and Nunez fight is canceled, right?
Yeah, it's canceled, which is a major bummer. It was going to be one of the best cards of all time. Talent-wise, it still is really good. We have a bunch of guys on there still that are up-and-comers, good up-and-comers on the prelim or just stars on the main card. So still going to be good, and hopefully that fight does get done with Kayla Harrison and Nunez. I hope they put someone in there against Amanda Nunez just to keep her on the card. I know she wanted to come out of retirement and make a statement. Only one more week, and then we got UFC next Saturday. Not this Saturday, but next. We'll have back-to-back pay-per-views, so it'll be good.
Yes, sir. Cool. So let's dive on in and look at the slate that we're talking today. We're going to start things off with what I think is probably the most anticipated matchup that's left, which is Bills at Broncos. To be honest, all the games, well, I don't really care about the Seahawks one, but I'm really happy the Eagles lost because what else would they do? But
nice.
Yeah, all the games left, except for that one, are, I think, really, really interesting matchups. And Bills at Broncos, I feel like, has the most riding on it. It's kind of an early division championship game. They're playing it in Denver, so unfortunately I will be going downtown tomorrow night and not for the game, so that's going to be a blast. And we got Broncos at minus 120, total set to 45.5, and right now it's basically looking like a pick'em. I personally think the total's too high. I mean, the Bills just skated past Jacksonville, and I know that they have such a good pass rush or rush defense, and we have to see. We were talking about the total before we started the show, and it's just both defenses are really good. The Broncos offense has not exactly been lighting off fireworks, but the Bills are like a hit and miss team. I don't know. Sometimes they show up big, sometimes they don't. So I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say about it. And welcome back, Joe. We're going to start things off with you. So what do you think about this one?
Yeah, so for Bills and Broncos, this is a good matchup. Josh Allen, he's still one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in football when a play breaks down, especially, but that danger does come with volatility. This season, his efficiency profile splits dramatically between clean pocket Allen and pressured Allen. Bo Nix, on the other hand, he's not being asked to win games by himself like Josh Allen is. Denver's offense is designed around staying on schedule and avoiding sacks, letting the defense tilt field position, and then Bo Nix just taking opportunities where they lie. Honestly, the entire game is, can Buffalo protect Josh Allen? If they could do that, then it'll be a competitive game. Denver's defense has finished the regular season with 40% pressure rate, which is top 3 in the NFL. 68 sacks, again, top 3 in the NFL. Top 5 sack to pressure conversion rate. It's great. They've proved me wrong so far. I didn't think they were as good as they are. If they beat the Bills, that'll be definite. Like, they're good. I think they're already good, but they're better than I thought if they beat the Bills, for sure. I know it's not, the Bills haven't been on fire lately, but still, I think everybody would agree that it's Josh Allen's time to win the Super Bowl. Addy's out, Lamar's out. It's like a clear path. But maybe Drake May or Bo Nix will stop him. Maybe it'll never be a clear path. Josh Allen under pressure this season, his sack rate increases by roughly 70%. The EPA per play drops by 40 to 45%. and the completion rate falls by 10 percentage points. The turnover-worthy play rate nearly doubles. So when he's under pressure, he's a whole different Josh Allen. That's going to be the main thing we're going to look at right here. Denver's entire defense identity is built around ending drives, not just slowing them. They get pressure early and sack on second or third down. They force third and long, and they have a league above average punt rate forced. Short fields are usually their go-to for their offense. Basically, Allen's chaos works when it creates explosives. It stops working when it creates negative plays. And basically, Denver is built to create negative plays. If Buffalo faces too many second ends, the game swings fast. I'll have a best bet for this game at the end, but yeah, just take it at that.
Yeah, all good points. I would expect a lot of those metrics to trend in that direction when quarterbacks are under pressure. Obviously, there are anomalies. Yeah, that's still a significant drop off. So we're gonna have to see how things play out. Let's go to Angel next. Angel, what do you think?
Yes. So before last week, the Bills from Buffalo, they haven't won a road playoff game in over 3 decades, and now they're going for their second straight in Denver. They're coming off a bye, of course, so a lot of rest. Definitely going to play a very important part. Meanwhile, Josh Allen, he doesn't need rest. He's a machine. After throwing 28 of 35 passes for 273 yards, 1 passing touchdown and 2 rushing touchdowns, I think it just puts the team on his back. He's used to it. Like you said, the Jaguars have a very good rush defense, not allowing James Cook, who was the league's highest rusher this season, not to have a good game. And it's pretty crazy when you shut down that rush game, but you can't shut down Josh Allen, especially in the fourth quarter with the game winner, you know what I mean? So it's a pretty incredible game. I think Josh Allen, he's ready, he's pumped. Like Joe mentioned, a couple of the other quarterbacks that he had to face in the previous years, they aren't there this year. So I think this is his year. And the Bills, they won despite allowing 154 rush yards, exactly 6.7 yards per carry. That's not good. You'd think the Jaguars maybe would have wanted to run more, but they didn't take advantage of the Bills' rush defense, and I think the Broncos will take advantage of their rush defense. Bo Nix, he's not only a passer, but he's also a mobile runner, just like Josh Allen, and I don't think the Bills are going to be very good at keeping Bo Nix's legs and RJ Harvey's legs off that field because it's going to be a battle. Josh Allen's a superstar, as everyone knows. He's gonna be leading a 1-2 punch with him and James Cook. I think their passing game took a very big hit last week. The Bills, that is. They lost 2 wide receivers, Gabe Davis and Tyrell Shavers, to torn ACLs against the Jags. And we already know how their wide receiver room is depleted, but they can still lean on Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, and Brandon Cooks this week. I looked for the tight ends to get heavily involved. So we'll see who shows up, the Denver Broncos' stingy defense or Josh Allen's explosive playmaking, creative plays. I think the Broncos, they have like maybe the best unit as a full offense and defense, but the Bills have the best player in the NFL, and his name is Josh Allen, and I'm leaning with the Bills this week.
All right. He's not the best player in the NFL, but I agree with most of what you said.
We don't all agree. Yeah,
I don't have an answer.
Josh Allen.
You gotta have an answer, bro.
Exactly.
You gotta have an answer. Who is?
Talk.
My
You got
God.
nothing, bro. Josh Allen, number 1.
Christian McCaffrey.
Next, he can't throw the ball.
Says who? He
All
played
right.
quarterback
Yeah,
this
well, he don't
season.
play in the NFL. Good one. Next.
I think it switches every season, but
Yeah.
that's right. It's subjective.
I shouldn't have
this year,
said that. All
opinion.
right. He's obviously a top 5 player.
You
but-
can cut that. It's all good.
Not gonna cut it. I like
Tom
disagreeing
Brady.
with
Tom
you.
Brady's out
That's
now.
right.
Tom Brady was, this is like 9 years ago.
This is
7
the next
years
Tom
ago.
Brady.
You have to
Let's
say
go.
Brady.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's crazy. I forgot about they hadn't won a road playoff game in 30 years thing because they're always so close. Like in the last few
That
years to
sucks.
go in the
Worse
distance
luck.
until they
Yeah.
run into the Chiefs, and that's like one of the top 5 saddest postseason streaks I know of. We all know what number 1
Well,
is.
Now they're about to
I
win
mean,
too.
I know he didn't make the playoffs, but if we're really going off the best active player right now, though, it's Patty.
Best player in the playoffs.
I don't think so.
3 Super Bowl wins. What's it about?
I know.
Wins.
He has a better team than the Bills, I think. But
I mean,
And a better coach for
individual
sure.
player, Give me Josh Allen.
Take that. See, we started off on opposite sides and came together in the end.
That's what we do.
Brother.
Wow.
All right.
Aaron,
We
Mr.
can move forward
Weatherman.
now.
Yeah. Mr. Weatherman, what do we got for this game? I can't wait to hear your thoughts. You always bring up some unique points.
Man, I haven't checked the weather for this game yet, honestly.
It's nothing special. I'm in Denver. It sucks. Not the city, the weather.
Yeah, the Bills number one rushing offense and Broncos pretty good at sack and defense. I mean, Josh Allen, feel like he's gonna be chased around all day, maybe cat and mouse, but I don't know. I mean, I'm right there with y'all hyping him up. He's one of the best players in the league by far. Broncos with 149 hurries though, he better be good. And like I was saying earlier, James Cook, it's one of those like he needs to near 100 yards for the Bills to be winning the game, and the Bills for some reason need to not have a turnover to just like seal the envelopes up. But I mean, they can win games otherwise, but it just seems like those two factors make a big difference in whether or not they're going to win or not. I mean, the Broncos got a good secondary, so it's going to be a fun game. And the Bills, like he was saying, they're just hurt, man. For some reason, I still think they win. But yeah, mostly sunny, 43 degrees, kickoff. I mean, last year the Broncos got smashed by the Bills too, and I don't think they've won a playoff game, or this is the first time in years they've hosted one at home. So I
2015.
know it's going to be a big deal for the Broncos, but I mean, he's already played playoff games. Josh Allen, I mean, he's been in the playoffs. He's played, I think, way better quarterbacks, way better teams. I think Denver's still on their little fantasy leaf here. I just hope that page turned.
I hear that. That makes sense.
So I have a bit of a biased Bills angle, but I don't really have anything good to say about the Broncos except pass rush and secondary, defense carrying offense. But yeah, no, not. That's going to be a weird game for sure.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Both teams have had a lot of ugly wins this year, and by small margins too. So I
And the
don't
Bills
understand.
defense has been much better towards the end of the season. Like last four, well, before this game last week, 247 total yards a game, 4.6 yards per play. Denver's giving up 4.4 per play. I mean, I don't know if it's really a battle of a better defense or not. I think the Bills have improved, so it'll be interesting for sure. But yeah, that was it. That was it. Aside from that,
Okay. Yeah. Very good points. We'll see who ends up executing because great defenses, both offenses lack personnel, and it's going to be a good one. So we've got that tomorrow, and our next game up is Texans at Patriots. Patriots are minus 170 at home. Total is 40.5 points. I don't know how I feel about the total yet. I said last week I had faith in the Patriots. I didn't think it was going to go down the way it did, but the outcome was the same. They just got a lot of heat and momentum right now. I don't know, but the Texans might be one of the best, if not the best, teams/defenses that they've faced this entire season. And in honor of it being the Texans, I'm going to let Aaron kick things off because I know you got some strong feelings on this game.
Sure.
yeah, Patriots number 2 offense, Texans I think number 1 defense, but they still give us number 2. And we're missing Nico, our best player. Big game, 12-1 for the Pats. I think they're on a double-digit win streak, maybe. No, maybe not. But Texans are on a 9-game win streak. They're definitely having the season of their career, and this seems to be the game we just can't win. We get here, we get this far, and it's a real shitter. So I don't know. And then I think we have a chance because it's got to be a defensive-oriented game with Vrabel versus D'Amico. But, I mean, if we're going to play that kind of ball, maybe we got a chance. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, like I said, Nico's hurt. That's huge. And the Patriots don't really have any injuries, and just fantasy boy. That's what we're doing. I might have to come back.
All right. You are all good. All right. We'll head over to Joe next. Joe, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, we got CJ Stroud versus Drake May. Stroud is the superior passer, elite processor, accurate, calm. May is still developing, but New England's structure protects him well. This game's not really about talent, it's about who's exposed. It's usually cold and windy historically, even if it's not very bad, which could reduce plays by 15 to 20%. It could increase incompletions on deep throws. It could tighten third down windows. So usually when you're playing in the Patriots stadium around this time, that's what happens. Houston's offense is more explosive than methodical as well. This means that missing wide receivers does matter more. Long third downs can become problematic, and red zone efficiency matters more than yardage. Availability is a scheme in weathering games. Missing one weapon matters twice as much, so keep an eye on that. Patriots defense is also built for ugly playoff football. New England ranks top 10 in early down success rate allowed, top 12 in red zone touchdown prevention, above average in opponent starting field position. They don't hunt sacks, they just hunt mistakes. They're not trying to dominate you, they're trying to wait you out, make you make a mistake. Another point I'll touch on is the red zone efficiency outweighs total offense. Weather reduces possessions, short fields create EPA spikes, and one defensive touchdown or turnover could swing everything. This game's not about yards, it's about who wastes fewer chances and makes the bigger mistake. If I had to pick a lean here, oh, you know what? Nope, let's save it for best bet.
Really fair. And Angel, what are you looking forward to for this one?
Well, I was looking forward to seeing Nico Collins, but as Aaron mentioned, not looking too good, especially after missing a third consecutive practice on Friday. So he is now officially ruled out due to concussion protocol. That leaves a lot of room for some people to catch some balls. And I think one of those people are going to be Christian Kirk. He had a career day against the Steelers, so he's a pretty good backup option, to run things. And I think he's going to do just that. Rookie Jaden Higgins and third-year pro Xavier Hutchinson all figured to be in the loop. Can't forget about our good old former Cowboy player Dalton Schultz. He's very good at catching, so I look for him to do just that. Woody Marks will be leaned on heavily, but it's hard to do that against this Patriots defense. They are the number 1 seed for a reason. Just kidding. They're not the number 1 seed. That's the Broncos. They played like the number 1 seed during the season, but they didn't get the job done thanks to the Buffalo Bills ending that, win streak. This is going to be a crazy game. The Texans offense versus the Patriots defense. Like we said, they're missing their number 1 wide receiver, but I think CJ Stroud is still going to have no problem making plays. Not many people know, but he is top 10 against the NFL blitz. And if the Patriots bring the pressure, I think they might regret that. I don't know what their game plan is, but he does good against the blitz. So I don't know. Is he going to have a lot of time? Is he not? One big thing that I think the Patriots are going to be looking to do is throw some screens. They're not a big screen heavy run team, at least during the 2025 season. But this Texans defense allows like the 3rd highest yards per attempt on screens, and it's like 12 yards. So if you have Ramondre Stevenson catching those balls, running crazy like he does, he's getting more than 12 yards. And they got a pretty good 1-2 punch with Trayvon Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson. So I look for them to be a part of this game. But yeah, this team used to be Drake May led. But now I think their defense is playing a big part in their playoff run. At least they did against the Chargers. And I'm not sure. This is a tough game, to side on. Texans are one of the best in the league at defending the pass. But it's Drake May breakout season, and I think we're in for a low score battle. So yeah, interested to see who wins this one. I do want to say the Texans are 0-6 in the divisional round, but it's a new year. I think might turn a leaf. We'll see what that defense does because the Texans offense is going to need some help.
They're 0-5 officially, and then there was one game they lost to the referees when they played the Chiefs. So
yeah, and maybe the New Year's the issue. They play the divisional games every New Year. Maybe it shakes them up.
Oof.
Too much Christmas ham.
Too much Christmas.
I saw somewhere that sorry, people every time I try to talk, someone try to come in the room. I saw somewhere that this -2.5, -3 number usually goes like the way of the Eagles game went last weekend. So it's not really a good number. I think they're like 1-5 in the playoffs or 1-6 in the history with that number. So maybe the 0-6 and that. I don't know, man. I'm staying off of that one officially because I love them.
It's a good policy. I wish I had that discipline with the Cowboys. And I agree with Angel, though, as far as I think it'll be lower scoring. And then, honestly, without the 49ers and Seahawks game, I think the Bills and Broncos and Texans and Patriots games will all be within one score for sure by the end of it.
Hopefully see some
Angel said NFL
overtime.
Blitz. I started thinking about that game from 25 years ago, remember? NFL Blitz?
Oh yeah, that's the stuff
Of
right there.
course. Slapped. QB sneak all day.
This WWE moves when you tackle with lightning everywhere.
Like a 100-yard QB sneak, easy. Bang, bang, bang all day.
We're going to wrap things up with what's a very interesting game. Texans and Patriots is pretty good. So, Rams at Bears. So, the Rams have been awesome all season except for when I got cocky and they lost my money on a game they should have won. But even so, they're minus 198 as the visiting team. They're going to be in Chicago. Total is set at 48.5. So Chicago, I'll step in as weatherman, is going to be freezing and snowy. Outdoor stadium. I have my doubts about how the Rams will perform in those conditions. And the Bears are just like sneaky good, you know? And I called this past weekend too. Like I had every faith in them, well, to at least cover the spread. But they're a good team. They are, and so we're gonna have to see what happens, but I'll let the experts fill in the details. And we did Joe Aaron. Angel, you get to start us off this time.
Yes, sir. As you said, this game is expected to be under the 20s, like bitterly cold. But people are counting out the Rams, I think, due to that weather, because they're used to, 60, 70, 80 sunshine weather. But Matthew Stafford has embraced cold weather games, and he is 2-1 in games at 25 degrees or colder with the Rams. So I don't look for that to be a big problem. And I just think Puka Nakua and Devontae need to get them hand warmers ready because they're going to be catching some balls. The Bears, they live on takeaways and big plays. And this is going to be a good game. Weather and turnovers are the two biggest swing factors, but this is a Bears team. This is a Bears team unlike any other. Last week they were down 21-3 at halftime and they came back and won. I'm very happy the Packers lost more than people know, but that's all right. I think that the Bears, I know the Bears lead the league in turnovers, and if they create 2 or more turnovers, they are 9-0 in those games. So if they can intercept a ball or two, maybe hit Stafford once or twice, get a fumble, these turnovers add up. Whoever gets more opportunities with the ball usually leads to more points. Chicago's defense is not very good. They are elite in takeaways, but they're in poor in yardage and explosive plays allowed, which is not good for a high playmaking explosive Ram offense. I think that Ben Johnson has transformed this squad into a legit explosive unit. That's the Bears. They can score in bunches. They usually come from behind. So if you see them down in the fourth quarter, it's probably part of their game plan. I think that Caleb Williams and the Bears have become one of the league's most dangerous comeback teams, but this is still Matthew Stafford, who has a pretty good shot at winning this league's MVP this season. He leads the league in passing yards and touchdowns with only 7 interceptions. Like, this dude is insane. And people are talking about him taking off next year. Nah, he'll be back. And I think he'll be back after proving the naysayers wrong. And I'm not sure if Chicago can pull out any more rabbits out of the hat, but good luck against the Rams. And I'm excited for this game.
It'll be a good one for sure. Joe, go to you next.
Yep. So we got Stafford versus Williams. Stafford thrives on timing and anticipation. Williams thrives on creativity, but creativity is punished in cold and in the playoffs. Cold doesn't pick winners, it magnifies mistakes. Extreme cold increases fumbles, reduces kicking efficiency, and shrinks deep ball reliability. It doesn't favor the home team, it just favors discipline. Rams receivers versus Bears tackling is going to be the matchup here. Rams rank top 8 in yards after carry per reception. Cold weather hurts tackling angles. Short turn throws explodes quietly. I'm sorry. Short throws turn explosive quietly. 5-yard passes become 30-yard problems in cold games, basically. The Bears' offense versus the Rams' discipline. The Rams feast on late down scrambling, cross-body throws, forced hero plays. Williams' turnover-worthy rate spikes when plays extend beyond structure. This is the danger zone for young quarterbacks. One hero throw could just flip the night here in the playoffs.
That's fair. Absolutely fair. Man, I'm still rooting for the Bears. But
I mean, I like the Bears, but Rams are my second favorite team. That was my grandpa's team, so I have to go Rams. My real team's out. Cowboys, they're trash, so I have to go Rams right now.
well, I'll be fine either way. Like I said, I was a fan until they screwed me. So, Aaron, if you're safe to come off mute now, you're up.
Yeah, kids don't have schools on Fridays around here. I mean, I might just be eating the cake and drinking the Kool-Aid here, but this is my favorite game so far of the weekend. I think the Rams defense is good, obviously, but I also think that both of these teams have been getting scored on a lot more than they have been, or the Bears kind of just give it up. But I think the Rams have kind of not fallen off, but they've given up more points than lately in the end of the season. And it's cold. I think dome teams are like 1-10, and playoff games outdoors below 20 or 30 or whatever, and it's gonna be like 0 with the wind chill. So I mean, there's that. But some of this stuff doesn't even matter in the playoffs. Like Texans last week with Steelers. I mean, who cares? It didn't matter. But and then I don't know. The Rams are dogs, man. I never put it past the Rams to not perform, cold or not, wherever they're at. I think he's going to throw a bunch of passes. I think, like Angel said, they better get their hands ready. And if they're not throwing, they're going to get inside yards. That's all they need to do. Just generate both, whatever consistency they do or whatever pace. It just needs to be consistent. But the Bears seem to struggle in the first half a lot at home. Yeah. The Rams are, I don't know. I think it's the coverage for the Bears too. I think is a little bit more interception prone for Stafford too. I think the weather and the wind, obviously, but I still think there's going to be tons of pass attempts. I don't see why not. I think that's just the game they play. And like we were talking, McVay's got this will be his 15th playoff game. They're both explosive. I mean, there's going to be some plays, but I think the Bears defense isn't as good as their offense by a decent margin. And I think there'll be points to be had on the Bears, as there always is. So it's tough to sway me one way or not, but I just think this one's going to be close and interesting and actually have points in it, snow or not, like Eagles Rams last year. That was fun.
Yeah, they're right.
Absolutely.
They lose. Stafford had 300 something yards or something. It's 2 or 3 touchdown passes. It should be a good game. Makes me want to be on an over, but I can't. Just can't.
It's okay. Probably doing yourself a favor. Not you in general, just I hate totals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Cool. All right. That wraps up the NFL slate and the analysis portion. I mean, honestly, the only one we didn't really talk about was 49ers Seahawks, and it's kind of a foregone conclusion at this point. And if that jinxes them, so be it. Don't really care. 49ers are not going to the Super Bowl. So
If they are, they'll get squashed again for a 4th time in a row. Just squashed.
I don't know. I heard CMC is playing running back and tight end. No George Kittle, no problem. Watch
If
out.
he could play quarterback too, then they might have a shot. If he's gonna Taysom Hill it, then maybe.
Hey,
Someone's
that'll
gotta
be
do
speaking of tight ends, that'll be the key for the Bears too. Nobody really has 3 tight ends like the Bears do that are playmakers. I mean,
Yeah.
might pull one of those wacky plays. I can't remember who did it last weekend. There was like a tight end running play. It was pretty funny. So yeah. All right. That's it. We're going to head on into the Lock It In segment, give you guys what to look out for. And I'm going to start things off with Joe, since we got him back this week.
All right. So for Lock It In, I have 2 best bets. For the first best bet, let's go over to the Texans at Patriots. I like the under here. I know it's not a very high under. Like I said, cold plus wind historically drops the explosive pass rate by 20%, and the deep ball accuracy will drop shortly. The Patriots have a stellar defense, top 10 in early down success rate allowed, top 12 in red zone touchdown prevention. Those are 2 important stats for this game. And efficiency drops in Houston significantly when forced into 3rd and 6 plus yards. So missing or limited wide receivers like Collins matter more in the weather. And how this cashes is just long drives equals fewer possessions and field goals instead of touchdowns. So that's what I'm seeing here. This game is not about yardage. It's about how clean scoring chances are. For best bet number 2, let's go over Broncos Bills. Unfortunately, I think you should take an alternate spread for the Broncos. If it gets juicy, parlay it with your favorite bet of the weekend, but I'm liking a Broncos plus 3.5 or more. I think this game is close. It's a pressure plus environment matchup, and it's not a kind of fade Josh Allen bet, but if someone gets a late win, I think it'll be within 3 points. I think there's going to be a leader the whole game, but it's going to be a close leader, either back and forth or just, yeah. So Denver, like I said, 40% pressure rate, 68 sacks. Josh Allen under pressure, sack rate. He gets sacked 70% more of the time when he is under pressure, and his EPA at play is minus 40 once he's under more pressure. So I do feel like Josh Allen will be under pressure, and he won't be playing hero ball as much as he normally does. And we're not betting against Allen, like I said. You're betting on Denver controlling timing for 4 quarters.
I like that a lot, and you make a really good point. I
Yeah.
think Sean Payton is the better coach by far, and this ain't his first rodeo. Cool. Aaron, you're up next. What do you like for putting your money on this weekend?
Man, I want the Bears. You know what? Drake May's getting sacked 5 times. I just want Daniil Hunter to record a sack in that game. I think he's going to get 2. I hope he gets 1.5. Somebody else shares it with him, but that's probably my favorite look in that game. He's got 8 of 10 last games. He's got a sack, and he's got 15 this season. And I think, what's his name, Will Campbell? I think he's going to have his work cut out for him with this Texans rush edge. All the pressure they generate, they don't even blitz. It's just the D line. So yeah, Daniil Hunter to record a sack, and I'm doing it, man. I'm on the Bears. I'm on the Bears plus 3.5.
I like it.
It's a
I like
weather
it a lot.
thing, and I think Caleb Williams has been so good. I used to have no love for the guy. I think we talked about this last week, but he's really proved me wrong. So yeah, Bears plus 3.5 and Hunter to record a sack for me.
Cool. Hunter to record a sack on DK. I got that at minus 126. Pretty good odds considering the likelihood. And in all fairness, Aaron, you can have zero love for somebody and still recognize them. Tom Brady is living proof of that. Probably like the most hated person ever, but you can't deny his success.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I hear what you're saying, though. He's grown a lot, for sure. And Angel, what do you got? Give me some picks from heaven.
We got some for you. So I got 2 football and 1 basketball. We all know that Buffalo's rush defense is not that good. It's probably their greatest defensive weakness. And I don't think they're going to be able to stop RJ Harvey. His line's pretty low, I think. 54.5 rushing yards. The Bills gave up 154 rush yards last week. Not good at all. And RJ Harvey only needs 55 to cash. I think that he will get that. The Bills are going to have to be more worried about Bo Nix and his passing game, I think. Bo Nix is not a designed runner. They don't have many play calls for him to just get the ball and run. Which is why I also like for him to get over 23 rush yards. He's a situational scrambler in the pocket, and if he sees an opening, he's going to run and take it. The Bills defense gives up the most QB rushes of 13 or more yards in the 2025 season, and that's 11. So I think Bo Nix and RJ Harvey can both meet their run lines. And that's what I got for football. And over to basketball, a Philadelphia 76ers. He's the main man, number 1 option. The Kentucky product, Tyrese Maxey, is averaging a whopping 30.5 points per game. He ranks 3rd in the entire NBA. He is pretty consistent. While he was held to 14 points on Wednesday night against the Cavs, he cashed the over in 6 of his 7 games prior. So I look for him to get right back on track. And yeah, like I said, he's the number 1 option. He averages about 29 points in January, so he's going to respond like the all-star he is.
All right, cool. I was writing that down so I can look at it. And I will wrap us up. One of my favorites is a 6-point teaser with the Bears and Bills. Bears plus 10.5, Bills plus 7.5. It's minus 135. I like it. I think they're going to be closer games, and those are pretty good odds, especially for a 6-point teaser. I usually do way crazier stuff. I also like The Rams team total is set at 27.5 right now, or might be 26.5, but I'm gonna buy the hook there because I don't want to get in a bad spot. But under 27.5 for decent odds, like 27 point. Not that it's hard to put that up on Chicago, but in the conditions that they're going to be playing in, especially depending on how fast the clock goes, it can be hard to put up 27. I may eat my words. I just have a little Chicago faith, and that's how I see it going. And the last one I'm still kind of on the fence about. It'd be in the 49ers Seahawks game. The Christian McCaffrey is at 110.5 rushing and receiving yards. I think they're gonna contain him better than other teams have. I really do. I'm looking at the under on it. I'm not 100%, but especially with the injuries, like unless they give him the ball every single play, which I suppose it's possible, but yeah, I'm looking at his under on rushing receiving yards. I'm not convinced, but just checking it out. So those
if I had
are
to pick a team to blow someone out, it would be the Seahawks against the Niners. So if they contain him, that's how that happens.
man.
Leads the
As you
league
can
in
tell,
touches.
we're all very objective. There's no bias here. You guys are so much fun. All right. So that's the show today. I hope everyone's excited. Playoff football, best time. I mean, it's cool to have 4 games on the screen at once, but this 1 game per time slot thing is probably my favorite because you can just really focus on what's going on. There's so many opportunities to make money. As always, check out the Moneyline Hacks website. There are so many tools on there that can help you make better decisions as far as betting go. And hop in the Discord. There's always new products and features coming out. Even the free community is great. You're going to get access to a lot of picks. Soccer's been going crazy. College sports are, well, I guess football's over after today. But there's a ton of content. Please come check it out. Joe put a link under the video. And otherwise, have a great weekend, everybody. Let's make some money. Enjoy some weekend time, and we'll see y'all next week to welcome back UFC.
Let's cash.
Let's go Bills.